Question 1. This sign means A. Merge. B. Winding road ahead. C. Reserved parking for persons with disabilities. The correct answer: A. Merge. This road sign serves as a warning that two lanes of traffic, which are currently moving in the same direction, will soon come together and merge into a single lane. It alerts drivers to be prepared for this lane reduction and encourages them to adjust their speed and positioning to smoothly merge into the remaining lane, ensuring safe and efficient traffic flow. Question 2. When you are facing a green light and there are pedestrians in the intersection: A. You must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. B. You have the right-of-way over pedestrians. C. Pedestrians must wait for you to cross. The correct answer: A. You must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. When you approach a green traffic light, you are allowed to proceed through the intersection. However, you still need to give the right-of-way to pedestrians and any vehicles that are already in the intersection. Also, when you're making a turn at an intersection with a steady green signal, you must yield to pedestrians who are crossing the street. Even though the light is green, ensuring the safety of pedestrians and other vehicles already in the intersection remains a priority. Question 3. You want to turn left at an upcoming corner. Yield the right-of-way to A. Oncoming vehicles also turning left. B. All approaching vehicles. C. Pedestrians on the sidewalk waiting for a walk signal. The correct answer: B. All approaching vehicles. When you're making a left turn, it's important to give the right-of-way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and other vehicles that are moving with a green light. This means you should wait until they have safely cleared the intersection before proceeding with your left turn. Yielding in this situation ensures the safety of those who have the right-of-way and prevents potential accidents. Question 4. When planning to pass another vehicle, you should A. Not count on other drivers to make room for you. B. Assume the driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal. C. Assume the driver will maintain a constant speed. The correct answer: A. Not count on other drivers to make room for you. When you're considering passing other vehicles on the road, it's not safe to assume that you'll be able to pass multiple vehicles in one attempt. Also, don't expect other drivers to automatically create space for you to pass. Instead, focus on passing one vehicle at a time. After you've successfully passed a vehicle and can see both of its headlights in your rearview mirror, that's often a good indicator that you have enough space and time to safely move back into your original driving lane. This guideline helps ensure you've created a safe distance between your vehicle and the one you've passed before returning to your lane. Question 5. Which of these statements is true about large trucks? A. They take longer to stop than passenger vehicles. B. They all have air brakes that allow them to stop quickly. C. They are more maneuverable than passenger vehicles. The correct answer: A. They take longer to stop than passenger vehicles. Compared to smaller vehicles moving at the same speed, large trucks require more time to come to a complete stop. While an average passenger vehicle traveling at 55 miles per hour can stop within about 400 feet, a large truck traveling at the same speed needs almost double that distance, around 800 feet, to come to a complete stop. This information highlights the importance of maintaining a safe following distance when driving behind a large truck, as they need more space to stop safely. Question 6. You hit a parked vehicle and can't find the owner. What must you do? A. Call your insurance company when you get home. B. Wait for the owner to return. C. Leave a note with your name and address on the parked vehicle. The correct answer: C. Leave a note with your name and address on the parked vehicle. If you accidentally hit a parked vehicle or any other property while driving, it's important to take responsibility. You need to leave a written note containing your name, phone number, and address. This note should be securely attached to the vehicle or property that you've damaged. This action is necessary to inform the owner of the property about the incident and provide them with the means to contact you regarding the damage caused. It's a legal and ethical obligation to ensure that you take the appropriate steps to address the situation and facilitate proper communication with the affected party. Question 7. This sign means A. All traffic must turn left. B. No left turn. C. No U-turn. The correct answer: B. No left turn. When you come across a road sign depicting this symbol, it indicates that drivers are prohibited from making left turns.
It's both unsafe and against the law to execute a left turn at an intersection where this sign is displayed. This regulation is put in place to enhance safety and ensure proper traffic flow by preventing left turns at specific junctions.
Question 8. You should yield to a pedestrian. A. Only if they are in a crosswalk. B. At all times, even if the pedestrian is not obeying traffic laws. C. Only if the traffic lights are in the pedestrian's favor. The correct answer, B. At all times, even if the pedestrian is not obeying traffic laws.
Stay attentive to people walking near your vehicle. It's crucial to take every possible measure to avoid hitting a pedestrian, regardless of the situation. This emphasizes the importance of prioritizing pedestrian safety and being cautious when driving around areas where pedestrians might be present.
Question 9. You want to park downhill on a two-way road and there is no curb. Which way do you turn your front wheels? A. Straight ahead. B. Right, toward the side of the road. C. Left, toward the center of the road. The correct answer, B. Right, toward the side of the road.
When parking your vehicle on a slope, the direction in which you turn your front wheels depends on the situation. If you're parking downhill, with or without a curb, or facing uphill on a road without a curb, turn your front wheels towards the edge of the road. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will roll away from traffic. However, when parking uphill on a road with a curb, turn your wheels towards the center of the road.
This ensures that if the brakes fail, your vehicle will roll into the curb rather than into traffic. Properly positioning your wheels when parking on slopes helps prevent accidents if the brakes don't work as expected. Question 10. If you are driving and you see animals standing near the roadway. A. Speed up to scare them away. B. Slow down and proceed with caution. C. Quickly swerve into the next lane. The correct answer, B. Slow down and proceed with caution.
When you notice animals standing close to the road while driving, it's important to reduce your speed and be cautious. Animals can behave unpredictably and suddenly run across the road or change their direction. This might catch you off guard, so it's wise to slow down to give yourself more time to react if they make any sudden movements. Also, be aware that some animals travel together in groups, so even if you only see one, there could be more animals nearby that you can't see. Staying alert and proceeding with caution helps you avoid potential collisions with animals on the road.
Question 11. Which of the following statements about blind spots is true? A. They are eliminated if you have one outside mirror on each side of the vehicle. B. Large trucks have bigger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. C. Blind spots can be checked by looking in your rearview mirrors. The correct answer, B. Large trucks have bigger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. Blind spots are regions that a driver cannot observe by simply checking their rearview and side mirrors. In the case of large trucks, these vehicles have significant blind spots that are not visible to drivers of other smaller vehicles. It's important for drivers of smaller vehicles to be cautious and stay out of these blind spot areas when driving near large trucks. Doing so helps ensure that both the truck driver and other motorists are aware of each other's presence and can prevent potential accidents. Question 12. If you plan to pass another vehicle, you should A. Not assume the other driver will make space for you to return to your lane. B. Assume the other driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal. C. Assume the other driver will maintain a constant speed. The correct answer, A. Not assume the other driver will make space for you to return to your lane. Even if you use your turn signals to indicate your intentions, you shouldn't automatically assume that the space you intend to move into is clear or that other drivers will yield to you. It's important to remain cautious and make sure the way is truly clear before changing lanes or making a turn. Relying solely on your signals without verifying the actual road conditions can lead to accidents, as other drivers might not always respond as expected. Question 13. What usually causes a locked wheel skid? A. Braking too hard at a slow speed. B. Braking lightly at a slow speed. C. Braking too hard at a fast speed. The correct answer, C. Braking too hard at a fast speed. A locked wheel skid occurs when a driver applies the brakes too forcefully while driving at a high speed. To avoid this situation, drivers should use their brakes in a controlled and gradual manner. Instead of slamming on the brakes, It's important to apply them smoothly and gradually to maintain better control of the vehicle and prevent the wheels from locking up, which can lead to a skid. This approach promotes safer braking and helps prevent accidents caused by skidding. Question 14. This symbol is used for A. Dangerous intersections. B. Slow-moving vehicles. C. Yield signs. The correct answer, B. Slow-moving vehicles. If you notice a reflective orange triangle on the back of a vehicle, it indicates that the vehicle operates at slow speeds. This symbol is commonly found on roadwork equipment, farm vehicles, and horse-drawn wagons or carriages.
During the daytime, this triangle is solid orange, and at night, it's a hollow red triangle. This sign helps other drivers recognize slow-moving vehicles and encourages them to exercise caution when approaching or passing these vehicles to ensure everyone's safety on the road.
Question 15. A broken yellow centerline indicates that A. Passing is not permitted. B. Passing on the right is permitted when the way ahead is clear. C. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. The correct answer, C. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. When you see a broken yellow centerline on the road next to your side, it means that vehicles from your side of the road are allowed to cross over the centerline to pass slower moving traffic, but only when it's safe and legal to do so. The broken yellow line indicates that passing is permitted in that direction when conditions permit, but drivers should exercise caution and follow traffic rules while passing. Question 16. A vehicle suddenly cuts in front of you, creating a hazard. What should you do first? A. Honk and step on the brake firmly. B. Take your foot off the gas pedal. C. Swerve into the lane next to you. The correct answer, B. Take your foot off the gas pedal.
If a vehicle merges into your lane very closely in front of you, lift your foot off the accelerator. This action allows you to create a safe following distance between your vehicle and the one ahead, without the need to abruptly brake or change lanes suddenly. This gradual reduction in speed helps maintain safety and prevents potential collisions or the need for sudden maneuvers.
Question 17. If you become drowsy while driving, you should A. Try to fight it. B. Take a break. C. Take some caffeine pills. The correct answer, B. Take a break.
If you begin to feel drowsy while driving, it's important to find the nearest rest stop or service area as soon as possible. At these locations, you can take a break, nap, stretch, or switch drivers if possible. It's not advisable to depend on caffeine pills or energy drinks, as they don't substitute for proper rest and might actually worsen your driving safety. Prioritizing rest and alertness is key to avoiding dangerous situations on the road caused by driver fatigue.
Question 18. It is a very windy day. You are driving and a dust storm blows across the freeway, reducing your visibility. You should decrease your speed and turn on your A. Interior lights. B. Parking lights. C. Headlights. The correct answer, C. Headlights. Drivers are required to turn on their headlights whenever the conditions make it difficult for them to see other vehicles clearly. These conditions include situations where visibility is reduced due to factors like dust, clouds, rain, snow, smoke, or fog either on or near the road. Using headlights helps improve visibility for both the driver and other road users, enhancing overall safety in challenging weather or environmental conditions. Question 19. This sign means A. Traffic signal ahead. B. Stop. C. Yield the right of way. The correct answer, A. Traffic signal ahead.
This sign informs you that there is a traffic signal, traffic light, located ahead on the road you are driving on. It's alerting you to the presence of a signal that controls the flow of traffic at an upcoming intersection or junction. This sign prompts you to be prepared to respond to the upcoming signal's indications and adjust your driving accordingly.
Question 20. When driving behind another vehicle at night, you should A. Keep your headlights on the low beam setting. B. Use your high beam headlights until you are within 10 feet of the vehicle ahead. C. Use your high beam headlights. The correct answer, A. Keep your headlights on the low beam setting. High beam headlights should be used in rural areas where there are no other cars around. They provide enhanced visibility in the darkness. However, When driving close behind another vehicle, switch to your low-beam headlights to prevent blinding the driver ahead with the bright light. Adapting your headlight settings based on the driving environment and the presence of other vehicles helps maintain safe visibility for all drivers on the road. Question 21. If you drive 55 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone, you can be given a speeding ticket. A. Under no circumstances because it is always legal. B. If the road or weather conditions require a slower speed. C. Only if you are approaching a sharp curve in the road. The correct answer, B. If the road or weather conditions require a slower speed.
In California, the basic speed law states that you must never drive faster than is safe for the current conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. Even driving slower than the limit can lead to a citation if it's too fast for the circumstances. When determining your speed, consider factors like the speed of other vehicles, road conditions, the presence of cyclists and pedestrians, and the weather. This law emphasizes safety over adhering strictly to posted speed limits.
Question 22. You are required to stop your vehicle. A. At any intersection where a police officer orders you to stop. B. Where there is a red traffic light. C. Both of the above. The correct answer, C. Both of the above. At a steady or flashing red traffic light, it's mandatory to bring your vehicle to a full stop. Additionally, you are required to follow the directions provided by traffic officers who are guiding the flow of traffic, regardless of any posted signs or signals. This emphasizes the importance of obeying traffic control measures and ensuring safe and organized movement on the road, both at controlled intersections and when directed by law enforcement officers. Question 23. When can you drive in a bike lane? A. During rush hour traffic if there are no bicyclists in the bike lane. B. When you are within 200 feet of a cross street where you plan to turn right. C. When you want to pass a driver ahead of you who is turning right. The correct answer, B. When you are within 200 feet of a cross street where you plan to turn right.
When you're approaching a turn and there's a designated bike lane, you can enter the bike lane up to a maximum of 200 feet before the turn. However, stay vigilant for bicyclists or motorcyclists who might come between your vehicle and the curb while you're making the turn. This guideline ensures safe interaction between vehicles and non-motorized road users while making turns, while also preventing abrupt lane changes that might endanger cyclists and motorcyclists.
Question 24. This sign means A. Two-way traffic. B. Change in direction ahead. C. School zone and crossing. The correct answer, A. Two-way traffic. This road sign notifies drivers that they are exiting a divided roadway and approaching a two-way highway. It indicates the transition from a road with separated traffic lanes to a road where traffic flows in both directions on the same roadway. This helps drivers be aware of the change in road conditions and adjust their driving accordingly. Question 25. When driving in fog, you should A. Use your high-beam headlights. B. Use your parking lights. C. Use your low-beam headlights. The correct answer, C. Use your low-beam headlights.
When driving in foggy conditions, it's recommended to use low-beam headlights. High beams can reflect off the fog and create glare, making it challenging for the driver to see clearly. Low-beam headlights are better suited for foggy conditions because they provide sufficient illumination without causing blinding reflections.
Question 26. To help avoid skidding on slippery surfaces, you should A. Shift to a lower gear after starting down a steep hill. B. Speed up to enter curves and slow down to exit them. C. Slow down before entering curves and intersections. The correct answer, C. Slow down before entering curves and intersections. When approaching a curve in the road, reduce your speed because you can't predict what might be around the bend. Slowing down is important for safety. Avoid braking while already in the curve, as doing so could cause your vehicle to skid due to the change in traction. Slowing down before entering the curve helps you maintain control and respond better to any unexpected obstacles or conditions that might be in your path. Question 27. If a traffic signal light is not working, you must A. Stop, then proceed when safe. B. Stop before entering the intersection and let all other traffic go first. C. Slow down or stop, only if necessary. The correct answer, A. Stop, then proceed when safe. When a traffic signal isn't functioning and there are no lights illuminated, you should approach the intersection with caution, treating it as if all directions have stop signs. This means you should come to a complete stop and yield the right of way to other vehicles as if you were at a four-way stop. Treating the malfunctioning signal this way ensures safe navigation and prevents accidents at intersections where traffic lights are not operational. Question 28. Which of the following is true about vehicles displaying a diamond-shaped sign that indicates a hazardous load? A. They are not allowed to drive on freeways. B. They must stop before crossing railroad tracks. C. They are not allowed to exceed 35 miles per hour. The correct answer, B. They must stop before crossing railroad tracks.
Vehicles that have hazardous load signs must come to a stop before crossing railroad tracks. This rule ensures that vehicles carrying potentially dangerous materials take extra precautions to prevent accidents involving trains. Stopping before the tracks gives the driver more time to assess the situation and ensures safe clearance before proceeding across the railroad crossing.
Question 29. California's move over law requires A. All vehicles to stay in the right lane at all times. B. Trucks to use the left lane. C. All vehicles to vacate the lane closest to an emergency vehicle that is stopped with its lights flashing. The correct answer, C. All vehicles to vacate the lane closest to an emergency vehicle that is stopped with its lights flashing. When an emergency vehicle, like a police car or ambulance, has its lights on and is stopped on the side of the road in California, drivers must change lanes to create space next to the vehicle if they can do so safely. If changing lanes isn't possible, drivers must reduce their speed and pass the vehicle cautiously. This rule also applies when approaching a stopped tow truck or Department of Transportation vehicle. The purpose of this law is to ensure the safety of emergency responders and road workers by providing them with a buffer zone while they work on the roadside. Question 30. When you drive through a construction zone, you should A. Stop to watch the workers. B. Decrease your following distance. C. Pass the construction zone carefully and not rubberneck. The correct answer, C. Pass the construction zone carefully and not rubberneck. To prevent adding to ongoing traffic congestion, it's advisable not to engage in rubbernecking. This means you shouldn't slow down your vehicle just to gaze at unusual or interesting things happening outside, like accidents or other incidents. Rubbernecking can disrupt the flow of traffic and lead to congestion, so it's best to keep your focus on the road ahead and maintain a consistent driving speed to help alleviate traffic jams. Question 31. You must show proof of insurance to law enforcement. A. Only if you are involved in a collision. B. If you are involved in a collision or stopped for a citation. C. Only if you are stopped and cited. The correct answer, B. If you are involved in a collision or stopped for a citation. Whenever you drive, it's necessary to carry proof of financial responsibility, often in the form of insurance documentation. If requested by a law enforcement officer during a traffic stop or after a collision, you are required to present both your driver's license and proof of insurance. This regulation ensures that drivers have the necessary financial coverage for potential accidents and helps law enforcement verify compliance with insurance requirements when needed. Question 32. Drivers turning left must yield to A. Oncoming vehicles traveling straight or turning right. B. Passing cars. C. No one in particular. The correct answer, A. Oncoming vehicles traveling straight or turning right. When a driver intends to make a left turn, they are required to give the right-of-way to all vehicles, including bicycles and motorcycles, coming from the opposite direction. This means they must wait for oncoming traffic to pass before executing their left turn. Prioritizing the safety of all road users, this rule prevents accidents and ensures smooth traffic flow at intersections. Question 33. U-turns in business districts are A. Always illegal because they are dangerous. B. Legal whenever oncoming vehicles are not a hazard. C. Legal at intersections, unless a sign prohibits them. The correct answer, C. Legal at intersections, unless a sign prohibits them. Within a business district, you're generally allowed to make a U-turn only at an intersection, unless a sign specifically forbids it, or unless designated openings are available for U-turns. This guideline restricts U-turns in busy commercial areas to controlled locations, promoting traffic flow and safety. If signs indicate U-turns are prohibited, or if there are no designated openings for U-turns, you should avoid making U-turns in those situations. Question 34. This sign means: A. No right turn. B. You must turn right. C. Watch for traffic on your right. The correct answer: A. No right turn.
This road sign indicates that right turns are not allowed. If you come across an intersection where this sign is displayed, you are not permitted to make a right turn. This rule is enforced to regulate traffic flow and ensure safety at specific junctions where right turns might be problematic or unsafe.
Question 35. When parking uphill on a two-way street with no curb, your front wheels should be: A. Turn to the left, toward the street. B. Turn to the right, away from the street. C. Parallel with the pavement. The correct answer: B. Turn to the right, away from the street. When parking on a hill without a curb, regardless of whether you're facing uphill or downhill, it's recommended to position your vehicle's wheels in a way that would cause it to roll away from the center of the road if the brakes were to fail. This practice is a safety measure to prevent the vehicle from potentially rolling into traffic in case the brakes don't function properly. It helps minimize the risk of accidents by directing the vehicle's movement away from the road and oncoming vehicles. Question 36. If your vehicle has a mechanical problem: A. Signal and pull into the slow lane. B. Stop in your lane and put on your hazard lights. C. Put on your hazard lights and pull off the road. The correct answer: C. Put on your hazard lights and pull off the road. If your vehicle breaks down on a highway, it's crucial to ensure it's visible to other drivers. If you can, move your vehicle off the road and away from traffic. Turn on your emergency flashers to indicate that you're experiencing difficulties. This combination of actions helps prevent accidents by making your stationary vehicle noticeable to other drivers and emphasizes that there's an issue that requires caution.